Because if we Caymanians don't get back to the tradition that our forefathers has placed and made a strong foundation to stand, but we can do it. Because God is still in control.
Hello, Cayman travelers. Welcome to Cayman Luxury Travel, the channel where you can find help not only to craft your best trip to the Cayman Islands, but also you're going to have a personal and intimate encounter with the people, the culture, the identity, the traditions of our beloved islands. Today, we have a special guest. We have Ms. Rebah Manderson, a treasured icon of the Cayman Islands culture and have kept the tradition of thatch making for many years. And we're going to be able to talk to Ms. Rebah today and know a lot about her. Welcome to our channel, Ms. Rebah.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you and to welcome all that will view us. And may I say thank you. God's richest blessings upon you and your lovely wife.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for opening the door to us and allowing us to come here and sit on your living room and explore, invade your house, which is a beautiful place, and I can't wait to share all these beautiful creations with our audience.
Yes, it's excitement for me. And I will have to say that it's so exciting that I can hardly wait to see it broadcast for the world, not only in the Cayman Islands, but over the whole world, that we still got some people that is able to demonstrate where we come from.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's why we are doing this channel. So
Yes.
everyone, even Cayman, and then everyone in the world can see, the Cayman Island, his people, culture. So yes. So let's start with your childhood. Can you let us know what year you born, and then how was, growing in the Cayman Islands?
Growing in the Cayman Islands was wonderful. I had very, very good parents. My mother was a Christian, father wasn't, but he had good Christian principles. We had to respect, number one, the elderly. Miss, Mrs., good morning, may I help you? And how are you today, ma'am? Can I help carry your load? And it was a must for us to go to Sunday school. No beach on Sunday. After Sunday school, we go home and get whatever our parents provided for us. Bless the food, and guess what? We put our pillow by the east door where the wind was blowing, and each one of us children had a plantage pillow and lie right down there and go to sleep. Go to sleep, get up, eat supper, and go back to church. We had very, very good family values. Parents was very respectful. I've never, in my childhood, heard my father say mean words to my mother. I have never seen him drunk with alcohol. He fishes. He used to go look turtle. I think I see him now. What a wonderful dad. So I have to say, my childhood then, I was a blessed child. I was the second child out of 6 children. Yes. So I think I have to say, for the want of a better word, I'm proud to have parents such as Elizabeth Amelia Hides and Henry Allen Hides.
So, what are some of the traditions that you remember from your childhood?
Well, traditions was we had a few traditions like making thatch work and twisting strand. I remember my parents. Those days was much transportation. You had to take like a canoe, a little canoe, a boat. But after a while, we got a little truck, and people had a little truck. And as daylight began to dawn, mom and dad will get to the truck, whoever took them, up to Savannah Newlands to get the thatch. And then around 5 o'clock in the afternoon to come down loaded. That was some of the tradition. Another tradition was going fishing. Another tradition was we didn't have no stove.
You use the caboose.
A caboose. And that caboose was built not inside the kitchen. The kitchen was built separate. That caboose was off. Just had to step out from that door to that door with the caboose. And you know, caboose uses wood. And I remember my mother making breads. What a woman. And they used to have pots with 4 legs. And they used to burn that fire and dig all of that out. And then the flour and all that bread now is all rised now, you see? And we put that down there and put some leaves over it, put the coals over it. Oh, the aroma. Cakes was the same way. Cassava cakes, pumpkin cake, sweet potato cake. No light cake and things like that, like how we got now. We ate from the ground. Every family had a little ground in their yard. Well, me now with potatoes, cassava, breadfruit trees, pumpkins, oranges, everything you need. No onion, but scallion. That's how I was raised.
You mentioned something, Ms. Rebah, and I read something. I was reading something the other day. Was a conversation about the difference between heavy cake and light cake. What can you
Yes.
elaborate that answer for me a little bit?
Heavy cake, you don't add no baking soda or baking powder. A heavy cake. All you does, you grate your cassava. Some people squeeze the cassava and save that white thing that you from the cassava and make starch to starch your clothes. And you dry it. Some people just grate it like that and don't squeeze nothing. Just put your sugar, a little nutmeg, and I don't think we were even cinnamon those days. But that coconut did the trick. So that cassava cake was not light. That was heavy. Now to get a light cake, you will have to use baking powder or baking soda. But though far as I can remember, we only use baking powder, seldom baking soda. The baking powder will give it lighter texture. So heavy cake, nothing is added to it but sugar, your coconut, and the flavoring.
Let's go into a little bit into the Thatch work because you are very well known for your Thatch works. And actually, I met you a few years ago when you used to be at the Tortuga place over there, remember?
Yes.
And that time I told you, Ms. Riva, I need to do something with you and your history. We need to collect that. And I'm talking about maybe 2018, 2017. Yeah, I think it was 2018 when I was, driving the tour, doing the tours and stopping with the tourists at the rum tasting around Tortuga, and I used to see you there, sitting there on your corner, doing the Thatch things and selling that for the tourists. And since that moment, I thought to myself that I needed to do these kind of things because what Miss Rebah and many other people are doing is amazing. So we need to capture those memories and those traditions and share it with the world so people know exactly. So when the Thatch work started to get into your life, how you learned that?
My mom, bless her memory, she could plait and she taught me. A lot of things I wish now that I had learned more from her because she used to knit hats. Knit. Very embarrassing. But she taught me how to plait. So after a while, I grew up and I went to work, taking care of children. And then I got married, had my own. And I was working for some people. A dive operation in Surfside Water Sports. I worked there for 12 years. So, I said, Rebah, you stop working for people. Get back to your mother training, teaching you to plait. I said, thank you, Lord. I finished all of that, and I picked up plaiting. So I said, no, Lord, I'm plaiting, but I don't know the designs, how to operate. Because if you're going to have an advertisement, you got to know what you're doing with different styles and how you can fix it that you can, start your own little something. So the little voice said to me, the Lord, say, Rebah. I said, yes, Lord. Say, you can make a cap, I said, a cap? I said, no. He said, yes. I said, how, Lord? He said, I can tell you how. So you see that old cap there? I said, yes, Lord. Say, the crown, you make it like the bottom of a small basket. And the bill, you make it from a sun visor. I said, well, then I can make a sun visor and then make a cap all too. Because sun visor don't need nothing. And I ripped up one old cap and took a piece of cardboard, cornflakes, cornflake blocks, and I traced that out. I got the bill. And from then, I've been sewing the hats and the sun visors.
How long usually take you to do a cap? Like, for example, that one is over there.
Well, it takes a little while because, I have to do all the plaiting. I have to do, first of all, I have to get the tops or silver thatch. Okay, this material. And it's green. Green. You got to take it, tie it up good, put it out in the sun for at least 3 weeks. Every morning that the sun is shining. Then after it gets dried, you take it and strip it. Strip it, and then you can plait 3 string, odd numbers. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. You can even do 21. Oh, that's pretty. Beautiful. Beautiful. So after you get through with all of that, you got to trim it because it has little pieces of things hanging from it. Okay? Then you're ready to start making what you want to make. So it takes at least, I would say, maybe 2 months because you got to get it dried properly. And after you do that then, and you look at your work, you feel so proud. Huh? See?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the story of the Silver Thatch. And going back to the Silver Thatch again, so somebody said to me, he said, Rebah, you can make a big wide rim hat. I said, yeah, I'll try it, but why not? I said, it's not hard because I done got a cap made, done got a sun visor made, and I decided to do that. And I came then, here I am on television.
How much value you give it to passing traditions, the Cayman tradition, to the new generations?
Well, we should never let it die. Because it is a beautiful, not only a tradition, but it's a heritage of Caymanians, where we come from. Now, this generation, my daughter, she can plait. She can plait. But she's not interested in making the baskets. And my granddaughter and great-granddaughter, they has problems with sinus. And this material has lots of dust. But they should, because we're almost lost in it. They're almost, because what the people that is here now that is able to do it, they're getting old. You see? And they're going to soon have to throw it down or put it down. And somebody should have enough courage to keep it going, because it's a beautiful piece of art.
What do you think it could be done in order to help, to keep these traditions alive?
Well, what to be done and has to be done, that somebody care enough to teach those that want to be taught. And that will help still boost up the part of this beautiful picture of Silver Thatch. And that is the national palm tree of the Cayman Islands. I remember when my father used to be one of the #1 thatchers on the beach. You don't see them anymore, I don't think. Little huts that tourists could come and relax. Beautiful, all around 7 Mile Beach stretch. You could see those little huts. It is beautiful. I don't see them anymore that he could thatch. Oh, in fact, the first kitchen that we had a thatch roof.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, because not only for these kind of ornaments and items that are produced from the thatch, also the roof used to be made out of thatch.
What? And the rain could come and not one drop of rain come through it. Yet it is so underneath, I call it, was prettier than the top on the outside, because you could see how it was beautiful. I think I see him now. He cut a little piece, dip it over, and take the string, tie it, take another one, put it over. That's how they used to do it. Beautiful, beautiful art.
How anyone that might be interested in buying any of your pieces, or maybe getting the lesson, do you teach people to do this? And is an idea that you can, for example, you can teach for this and charge a fee for teaching someone?
When I used to go down by Tortugas, if the little children come, I used to put them on my lap, and I used to teach them. And then with the parents taking pictures and all like that. And I was supposed to go to school tomorrow to teach little children. And but I had another appointment for tomorrow, so I had to cancel it. So, but if anybody's interested and I'm able, sure, it'd be pleasure, to just let them see, how the work is and all like that. Sure, I think it will be exciting.
That'll be good. That'll be good. I know you will love. I know you will love that. So how can people get in touch with you if they want to buy any of your work and where they can see? Is there any place where you have your artwork displayed and the people can see and choose from, or how that will work?
Well, I don't have any place but right here, except and my daughter got it on her phone. Okay, and then she got me speaking and advertising my material or my work. And I just tell them where I am. I calls it Rebah Studio. And where I live and my number. And if you have difficulty in finding me, when you get to a place that you don't know where you are, pick up your phone and call me, and I'll give you directions and come down. And sometimes I does very well. People just come down, and yeah.
So we can share your information on the description of this video for the public to know everywhere they can find you, where they can see things. So that's fine. We can do that.
I told my daughter I must come get a new one now because I got new different things, you see.
Okay, we will share your information. Some people that may be interested, they can contact you and then they can arrange,
Sure.
My number is 929-0985, Miss Rebah.
Okay, reflecting on your lifetime, how do you think that Cayman has been changed over the years? Yes.
Terrible. Well, when I say that now, God bless all of those that come here to make a life for themselves, but not to destroy our island. And that's what I'm saying. More people is coming here destroying than to lift the little beautiful paradise that we had. And God is still in control. And he can have the last say because he called the world in existence. I trust that we will all wake up and smell those roses. Because they're so sweet. They're so blooming. That wind, because I'm a great-grandmother now. I don't know whether I can live to see great-great-great-grandmother. You never know. That they will have something to look back to and will be better than what it is. Because if we Caymanians don't get back to the tradition that our forefathers has placed and made a strong foundation to stand, but we can do it. Because God is still in control.
We are really blessed, that you share from your childhood through, all these years. So we are so happy that, we did this and then we can share around the world.
But this is not the end.
Okay.
Because we have something coming on soon. We're gonna get a cooking lessons. It's gonna be right. So we're gonna cook a traditional Cayman dish. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it in suspense until the time it is done. So we're gonna keep it that way.
I can't wait to see how it is.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Riva, for sharing all your time and your knowledge and wisdom with us.
And accepting the invitation. Yeah, our invitation. So we, come to your house and then you tell us everything that you have been show us.
Yeah.
That demonstration with cooking, I can hardly wait. I can say what the little children say. I'm almost jumping out of my skin to see how everything is. Oh boy.
Yeah. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ms. Rebah pouring a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and taking us back into her early years and walking us as well through maybe the present and the future, when it need to be done in order to preserve the traditions and the cultural identity, how important it is for the Cayman Islands. And so you know already where, if you've traveled to the Cayman Islands, where you can find nice, valuable handmade thatch works And talking about traveling to the Cayman Islands, it could be very overwhelming, especially with so many good options to choose from. But hey, you don't need to do it all by yourself. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it alone. Please type Cayman Trips on a comment of this video, and someone from Cayman Luxury Travel team will be in touch in order to help you free of charge to craft your trip from scratch to the best experience you could ever have here in
Yes.
paradise.
Amen.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Until next time, happy travels.
Happy travels.